Okay, get straight to the point. Before watching this video, make sure that you have watched the one titled Product Knowledge, where I explain different types of colored acrylic, different types of monomers. You need to know about that before you watch this video. So, how to lay colored acrylic. I know I've taught it in class, of course. I don't remember if I ever recorded it for here. So here you go. First of all, you need to make sure you understand which product you're working with. You know this one here. This is by Glam and Glitz. It's a really runny, as you can see, glitter acrylic. So you know this is going to be slow setting. And also remember the type of monomer you're using. So I'm of course going to be using my monomer with this kind of medium setting. And this, yes, I cut my nails down, y'all, so I can record better for y'all and do something different. But anyway, this is a really slow setting, okay? Glitter is in it. You can add clear acrylic to this if you want, but adding clear acrylic to different monomers, different powders, you can mess it up. It might not be the same color as what you expected, the same consistency, so be careful with the clear acrylic, but you of course can add a little bit to it by just, taking a little bit out, put another container, just playing with it, right? So working with this, right? Put my brush in, tap it, pick up some product. You still gonna look at it as always. You can tell if this is gonna be runny, if it's gonna be dry. As you can see, it's not wet. So it's like a dry bead. So you'll work with that. As you can see, it's dry. So you will work with that, kind of too dry really. So let's do it again. You're gonna go in, tap it, pick up your product, look at it. You can still see right there it's kind of dry. I'm gonna work with it though. You'll put it on the nail. And while you're working with it now, you paying attention to it. I can tell it's still trying to run all over the place. If your product is runny, you're going to drain your brush by tapping it on your paper towel, and then you would do your shaping. So again, some stuff should come to you guys without me telling you, but I've taught this before. If the product is wet, that means you're picking up too much monomer. So don't put your brush as far in as you did before. And this is a flat nail because this product, again, is kind of slow setting, so it's going to be hard for me to make an apex. So if I put it not all the way in, not halfway in, but almost halfway in, tap it, and then this time I'm going to pick some up. Still look at it. As you can see, it's still kind of a dry bead around the edges. I'm going to work with it. You'll put it there. See how when I release it, it really instantly starts going side to side. You bring it on top of the, back on that nail, bring it down, bring it on the nail, bring it down, nothing changes, and then do the middle. Stop when you see your perfect pearl. Shape, because it's right in front of me. Look underneath, look underneath. That's what you have. See how it's trying to be wide and runny? I'm just patting it in, shaping it, bringing my shape back. I didn't shape it like that. I'm not gonna leave it wide. See how I changed it? Look, see how it's still trying to move? That's what you're gonna be working with when it comes to different types of acrylic powders, especially when they have glitter in it. So see how I'm still trying to pat it in? This slows us down as a advanced nail tech. Let your brush often so the acrylic won't stick, but this is just like a lot of glitter. Look, I'm still trying to get my shape. That's why we don't like to work with slow setting acrylic, especially if it has glitter in it. So that is how I taught you guys how to work with this kind of product. Put that ball there, press it, still release it, let it do its thing side to side. Your job is to bring it over if you need to and bring it down. Bring it down, turn the client nail, bringing it down. And remember, I picked it up with the tip of my brush. I'm working it with the middle of my brush down. All right, getting it in order. It should be the same way it was when you started, as far as the shape. Right, still trying to get fat on me. Yeah, that's why we don't like working with products like this. Okay, that's what you have. So now, working with, let's do my nude. This is number 066. Okay. once again, this is my acrylic powder. Some acrylic powders, it's not the same consistency, of course, as mine, so you got to know what you're working with. So I'm just gonna wet that brush, get that glitter out of here. Matter of fact, I don't want no glitter in here, so I'm going to drain this. So remember, don't contaminate your products. I'm gonna add some brush cleaner to that dapping dish. Get the rest of, well, I'm gonna get some more of that glitter out of my brush. Brush cleaner, no acetone. I'm gonna mess your brush up. Get that glitter out. And then drain it again. Put me some more monomer in there real quick. Okay, my nude acrylic. This is how I started out with the client's shape. This is what they want. Okay, medium ball. Give me another paper towel. I'm paying attention to everything around me. I'm paying attention to the temperature of the room. Is kind of hot in here, so this is why you're gonna get your desk fan and turn it on you, or really on this product to cool it down some, so it won't be running all over the place. So now, nude acrylic. Of course, mine's. I already know this is not as thin and runny as the other one. You see there, it's not. It's hardly moving. Okay. Halfway in, if I want a medium ball, tap it, pick up my product with the tip of my brush, drag it, looking at it. That looks good. See that? Not too runny. If it was too runny, I'm just going to simply drain the back of my brush like that, get that liquid out, and then work with it. So I know it's going to be dry, so I just drain my brush. I'm going to do it again. Halfway in, tap it, pick up your product, looking at it. That's good. Put it on the nail. Bring it over, right side, bring it over, left side, center. Working with that part of my brush, like the middle down. That's what I have, just that quick. As if it's been filed buff top coat. It look like a shiny brown pearl. I'm gonna leave it alone. Now that is how easy it is to lay my color acrylic the way I taught you guys, as if it was pinky. Just like that. That happened because my brush wasn't oversaturated with monomer, and I'm not digging out into the client nail trying to get out of her skin. This is what you're going to get if you watch the videos that I put in here showing you about how to pick up your powder, your ratio, right? Again, halfway in, simply tap it. Drag it, looking at it underneath it. I can see it rolling underneath this brush. That's enough. I'm going to take it out and I'm still going to look at it. Perfect consistency every time. Press it. And look, it's just sitting there, right? So guess what? I'm going to bring it over like I did before to meet the side walls. Bring it down. Do the left side to bring it over to the side wall. Bring it over and simply bring it down like where I taught you. And then in the middle. Just that perfect. Look like pudding. Look at that. Look like chocolate cake mix. Stop. Shape. Like this. Shape. Look underneath for the little bitty beads. You can pat it in also. Get your shape. If it look all lumpy and bumpy, wet your brush a little bit. And continue to smooth it down. This is happening because my wrist is on the table. I'm taking my time. I'm not overworking the product. Look at that. My brush is not too wet. This is what I have. And this is what you should have too, working with my colored acrylic or anybody else's color acrylic. Remember, if it was really like dip powder, really you know, running all over the place. When you pick it up, you're going to simply drain your brush, because you want it to look just like those 2 balls I just did. You want it to look like that. Put it dead in the center, press it. Once again, it's just sitting there, that's fine. Bring it over, bring it down, bring it over to meet the side walls, of course. Bring it down here, not here, but here, all the way down. Then turn the clown your finger and roll it to the middle. Stop. I ain't patting, y'all, just that quick. I made a nail. I'm not patting all over the place. Keep bringing it down. Shape. Climb your finger right there in front of my face. Shape it. You can always pat it in. The object is to get that shape back. Wet your brush if you need to. You want this nail to look like it has top coat on it. You already foul buffed in top coat. That is what it should look like before you go on to the next nail. You can look it underneath, of course, and make sure there's nothing underneath here, underneath here. Look at that. Perfect brown nail. Now watch this video and all of the other videos, and when you get back to school, this is for everybody who haven't been coming and who need help with laying acrylic, especially colored acrylic. I'm proving to you right now, I'm teaching you guys the same way I've been teaching you. You're not going to sit there and make one nail too wet, the second nail too wet, do all 6 nails just too wet and just stuff all over the place. All right, so that's that one. Now, and remember, it just depends on the color. This is 069. Let's do this one. I'm not going to change anything, but I'm going to get the same results, I guarantee you. That's 069. Halfway in, tap, drag my product with the tip of my brush. Pick it up. That's what I have. Dead in the center, press it, just like pinky. Bring it down some, if that's your first ball. If it don't meet the sidewalls, bring it over. Gently bring it down. Over here, bring it over, gently bring it down. Bring it down, stop. I was getting ready to keep going. Why? It looks just like that. Didn't I tell you? I'm gonna have the same ball. This one here is not as thick as the other one either. Look underneath for the little bitty beads, back in this position. Halfway in, tap, drag your product, looking at it. If it's too wet, drain it, and it shouldn't be too wet because I put it halfway in. For a medium ball, press it, still release it, bring it over, and I'm using the number 10 brush, bring it over, back in this position. Like my brush. Shape, shape, check with the beady beads, check for the beady beads, check underneath here, back in this position. Pat it in, shape it, do what you gotta do. I didn't even have to do all of that, so let me get it back wet. Smooth, do it again, halfway in, tap, because I need a medium ball. Drag with the tip of my brush, look at it, put on the nail, and work it the middle of my brush down. Every time my brush go into that monomer, I'm looking at it because I want to make sure I'm putting it in halfway in. I'm not just looking all over the place and just looking at other stuff. I'm looking to where my brush is in that monomer so I can make sure I pick up just enough product. Right? That's what you're looking at. If for some reason you have to put a little bit here, the tip of your brush in, tap it, drag a little product, looking at it, and you're going to put it dead in the center. I never change this. Unless I'm doing it this way or whatever. I need something over here. There in the center, drop down like I taught y'all before. Go up from here all the way here. Turn the clown your finger, move it over if you have to. All the way up, 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 middle, 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 middle. And I'm light-handed. I'm using my arm. I'm not using my hand. You can also bring it down this way to make sure everything is blended. And I'm going to stop. Check for the beady beads. Now, apex, even on the little swatch, right here, then it goes in. You're looking at the brush in this moment. With practice, this is what you're gonna have. Okay? White acrylic. We all hate white acrylic. I don't care how advanced as a nail technician we are. White acrylic is just the devil to us. Doesn't matter the brand either. They're all the devil. Mine's is okay. You know, I can make it work like I just did these other ones. Let me get a little fake finger. I mean a plastic swatch really quick and show you. But remember, this is my brand, which of course is a good brand. Some brands is not good, some white acrylic is not good. But let's see if I can get the same results with this white acrylic. Halfway in, tap, drag it, looking at it. That's enough. There in the center. And look, see how wet it is? Look, I'm gonna drain it a little bit. And then let's work it. That's the purpose of working, looking at it. Bring it down, bring it over. I drained it. That's the purpose again of looking at your acrylic on the brush to see if the consistency is too wet, if it's too dry or whatever. Keep going. Well, you see how it's kind of frozen on me now. Probably draining too much, but I'm gonna keep working with it, keep working with it. Keep working with it. Shoot, I'm sorry, y'all. Somebody just came to their door and startled me. Keep working with it. Shape the free edge still. Get it from underneath. Get it from underneath. See, I can bring it down here. It was taking too long, so I stopped. I'm gonna do that last. Back in this position. Y'all know where the second ball go. I just checked my brush. I found some clear acrylic on that. I saw some white acrylic on the back of my brush, so you always iron your brush. Now look at that. That's white acrylic. Drag my product. Looking at it again. If it's too wet, and it's not as wet this time, so I'm going to go ahead and work with it. Press it, press it, press it. Still release it, bring it over if it don't quite meet the side walls. All the way down here, down, down, down. Turn the client finger, bring it back on the nail. Down, 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 down. Turn it, middle, middle, middle. Keep going till I see my perfect pearl. Stop. Shape. When I say pearl, y'all know what I mean, right? It looks like a pearl. You know what pearls are. This is a white pearl. Pink is my pink pearl. Yellow acrylic is my yellow pearl. Looks like it's already been filed, bucked and top coat. That's your perfect pearl. No excuses. Look at that. Halfway in, I need another medium ball. Tap it. Drag your product. Looking at it. Put it on the nail. And I'm using it because it's not wet. It wasn't too wet. I didn't have to drain it. When you start working with your acrylic, though, if you like, oh my God, it really was too wet, simply drain your brush. That's all you got to do. Drain your brush like this. If you want to wet it a little bit more to move that product down, do so. You don't put any acrylic on a nail over a lumpy, bumpy ball of acrylic. And I'm using it once again at the middle of my brush down. I don't care how big this brush is. Number 16, 10, 12, whatever. Right? I need a little bit right here, the tip of it in, tap it, pick up just a little tiny piece. And I'm going to do it this way now, because I need it right here. I don't need it here. I'm going to put it here. And I'm going to simply bring it down. If I have enough room, reverse my brush and bring it all the way up here. Now I'm using this with using my arm, 2 fingers. Look at my 2 fingers. And I'm using my arm to move this acrylic up, not my hand. Shape it. No excuses. All right. Also, remember, when you practicing at home or here, get you a marker and outline the size of the finger so you will know no acrylic should be nowhere else but on this nail tip on that client finger. It shouldn't be on the skin. It shouldn't be on the skin. It shouldn't be on the epinicium. When you're using any type of color acrylic, remember to get your clear acrylic. And I always put a little ball of clear acrylic on the client nail because colored acrylic stains nails. right? So you will get a little, and also keep enough monomer in your container. I see that you guys have just a little bit of powder in here. If you're practicing, I understand, but don't the client, you need to have enough product in here. So you would make sure your brush is ready, and you will get just a little bit of monomer, tap it, and pick up just a little small ball of clear. Again, to protect that client natural nail. So I'm just gonna put a little clear here just to show you what I'm talking about. Just a little bit, not much. You don't even have to go all the way up to the epinicium area because you want to flush epinicium. And then you want to go ahead and make your product. So now, make your nail. Let's do this blue acrylic that I put in y'all kit. I think this may be not the same color, but it's close. So once again, I need a medium ball. I'm not going to change anything. Halfway in, tap it. Wrist on the table, 2 fingers. Pick up this product. Look at it. It's not wet. It's not too dry. I'm going to use it. This position, press it in the apex area. Bring it down some. And pat it over because I wanted to get it on the nail tip and bring it down. Bring it down. And I brought some of it out because it was kind of thick. Shape. Shape. Square that free edge back. Look at that. No excuses. Look at that. A perfect pearl of blue acrylic. On the nail tip. It's not on the finger. I'm not digging, trying to get it off because it's too wet and runny. Because I looked at that acrylic on my brush once again before I start using it. Make sure you guys got some good lighting. Hold on. Right? This is what I have. Make sure you keep your shape. Bring it in if you need to. I'm going to do it again. I need another medium ball. Halfway in, tap. Drag my product. That's enough. It's not wet. It's not too dry. Oh, I would have tapped the back of my brush if it was wet. In the middle, dead in the center, press it, release it, and go from here to here. 2 fingers, which on the table. Turn the client finger, do the other side. Pat it over. Middle, middle, go, 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 stop. Because it looks just like that. Shape it. Shape. If you need to clean on the free edge. See what I'm saying? Like, look. Do it again. Halfway in, tap. Drag your product. That's enough. And guess what? If I think it's too much, and I kind of want to say I think it's too much, it's nothing for you to do that. Take it off the brush. You don't use every ball if you don't like it. I don't want no thick nails, so I'm gonna do it again, halfway in, and look, this time I'm not gonna drag as much. I'm just gonna drag that and take it out and put it there. Press it, release it. This down goes down here. You know what you already know what part of the brush I'm using. And roll that client finger back in the middle. Stop. Shape. Shape. See my dots still there? Ain't no acrylic over here, ain't no acrylic over here. Look at them dots. Back in this position. Make sure you shape it. Make sure it's on the nail plate, that client nail. And I'm gonna do another ball. Halfway in, tap it. Drag it a little, because I don't want a lot. This is the apex area. Dead in the center. Press it. Press it. Push it up if you need to. Bring it over here. Press it over if you need to. All the way down here. Go, 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 stop. Shape it, get it off the skin. I was trying to make that the last ball, but guess what? It doesn't matter. It's best to use these small balls so the nail won't be too thick and you will have an apex. It's not going to take me nothing but to get another ball, like halfway in, tap it, drag a little bit. And see, this is kind of a real thick acrylic. I ain't even drag, I just did this. Look, halfway in, tap, swipe, I brought it out. So that's why you got to sit at your desk and play with acrylic so you'll know how to use them. Again, I just swiped it and brought it back out. So push it up, Bring it down, all the way down to the free edge. Bring it over. Left side, all the way down here, middle. Once again, you guys are beginners watching this. You can't be worrying about what people doing on Instagram and you trying to get one big giant ball and bring it down. You ain't there yet. And I don't even do all that one ball. And see right here, I'm gonna wet my brush and trying to flatten it out and smooth it out. I'm not gonna add no more acrylic there or anything. I would just simply file that and then it'll disappear, of course. But that's what you have. I don't know what that is. What happened right there? Wet my brush. Right. I did the pop-out method too on these fingers. Right? Look at that. Apex, flush in, and it'll go down thin here, thin on the sidewalls. There's no excuse why you guys can't use color acrylic the same way I taught you how to use pinky acrylic. Now let's do my beautiful red. So no long nails unless you can do the shorter nails. I'm gonna put the red over here on this pinky. So halfway in, tap, drag a little bit. See how much it picked up? A lot. So I don't have to drag a whole lot. Right here in the middle. You know what to do. I'm not gonna change anything. If it look like it's too wet, drag my brush real quick and then work it. So remember, it's okay once you start working with it and you like, oh my God, it is too wet. You're simply going to do that and drain the liquid out. Shape, shape, square it off, get your shape back. I always pay attention to your brush. I just caught some acrylic on there, so I took it off. Halfway in, tap, one swipe, because again, I'm playing with this product. I know how much I need, not a lot. If it's too wet, drain my brush. And it wasn't, but I just want to show you, drain your brush, and then you'll go. Dead in the center, press it, release it, bring it over if you have to. You know what to do. Bring it all down to the free edge, bring it over. Shape. Back in this position, nothing changes. Halfway in, tap. That's enough. I'm looking at it. I don't need to drain it. Get to work. Press it. Bring it over. Release it. Bring it over. Right side. Left side. Center. Now remember, you want to ask your clients before they start saying, I want a yellow set of nails, I want a blue set of nails, I want a yellow acrylic, red acrylic. You need to make sure if their client is going to be coming back or if this is a one-time appointment, because if they're coming back, you don't want to be using no color acrylic on their nails, because they're going to come back with this blue acrylic and say, okay, now I want some white acrylic. No, those type of clients get polished. You only put color acrylic on clients that going to keep that same color acrylic on until it's time for soak off, because you don't do soak off like that. Not because you don't want to or you're lazy. It's because look at that apex, look at that going flushed in. You follow this video and do exactly what I say, all your nails are going to come out looking good, whether you're using pinky acrylic or color acrylic. But anyway, just remember, I said it with every group, and you need to make sure you give your client a consultation to see if you can put color acrylic on, because again, if they want to switch up colors every appointment, they have to get gel polish. They're not going to do all them soak off. They're going to argue down some of them and say, well, no, I'm too hard on my nails, I don't like gel polish. Well, that's a personal problem. You're going to have to get some gel polish if you're going to want different color every appointment, because I don't soak off like that. If they don't agree, that's not the type of client for you. But you have to give them that consultation. You always, again, put clear acrylic on their nails. I didn't put any here, of course, I forgot. But that's how your color acrylic gonna come out. Not on the skin. Just take your time. You cannot go in here and pick up a lot of product, barely touch and look at that. It's too wet. Like, you got to make sure you're looking at the balls before you use them. And of course, like I just said, if it's too wet while you're using it, drain your brush, and then you keep using it. So I hope this, guys, I know this is going to help. I know this is going to help you guys. So I want you to practice this at home. You're going to have to practice at home before you come back to school. And if you want to be great at nails, I'm providing everything I can for you guys, but you simply have to help me help you by watching these types of videos. And I know for a fact, if I had a teacher like me in school and recorded all this stuff, I would be for alone. Well, I know I'm supposed to be where I'm supposed to be yet, but I hated color acrylic too because I didn't know how to work with it. And remember, it doesn't matter what brand. It's all about your ratio, which is your liquid to powder ratio. You're looking at the product on your brush to see if you need to drain it. And then you're going to work with it the way I taught you. 2 fingers, right side, left side, center. Sometimes the center is already smooth. I don't even do the center. All right, so let me go because my phone is getting dark. I don't know what's going on. Practice. And I'll talk to you guys later.